Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Alara Canfield Show, the Awaken to Happiness Now Global Series. Thank you so much for being here. Today I'm doing a call, so no guest per se, only me. And I thought I would talk about, because it's the 1111 Gateway, today I thought I would talk about giving yourself permission to manifest your heart's desires. So this is a really potent day, potent time that is, this portal that's opening up. And so a lot of us are feeling the energies strongly. Some, you may be aware of them and you may not. That's okay, right? But what it is bringing in is the energies of, all that stuff that has not been serving you, right? It's time to let it go. And so a lot of that stuff is coming to the surface, right? So what are you really not in alignment with? Let it go, right? And also it's like, what do you truly desire? Now is the time to manifest that. Start manifesting. Start putting into place the energy, the desire, the focus, and they're saying the practice, right, of creating that for yourself. And so these energies now are going to really contribute to you doing that, to being that, right? So this is about you deciding and choosing for yourself what it is that you desire, right? We all have free will, we all have free choice, right? What do we desire? And so, some of you, I mentioned on one of the calls on the weekend, I had a huge fight with my sister on the weekend, Friday or Saturday, I forget what day it was. I lose track, right? And it is about choosing for yourself what is in alignment with you and your soul and you moving forward, and what is not, right? So if there are, some toxic relationships and so on, now is the time to say, you know what, I'm going to take a step back from that right now, and instead I'm going to focus more on what is positive, what's empowering, what's inspiring for me, and create that and focus my energy on that, right? And that other stuff that has not been serving you and that has been, kind of, I keep getting the word bogging you down, right? Once you push it away out just a little bit, so not completely gone, but it's just out a little bit, it gives you a little bit more breathing room and more energy to create what's now, okay? Hopefully that makes sense. So that's what I wanted to talk about today, was about manifesting, because this is a highly potent energy to manifest what you desire. And so the first thing is always about, what do you desire? A lot of people, they don't know. And you might be saying, I don't know. Right? Well, what is it that you want? What is it that you'd like to experience? And I know you've probably heard me talk about this before. Yes, it is one of the things I do talk about a lot. But what is it that you want? And this time it's not, this is not just about, I want peace. What does peace look like? How do you translate that into your daily life? Right? I want connection with spirit. What does that look like? How do you translate that into your daily life? Right? I want harmony in my relationships. Okay, cool. What does that look like? How can you relate that into your everyday life? So stop being so general, right, and vague, and start getting crystal clear, right? And so one of the things that I've started doing for myself is I've started reconnecting with old friends who were, positive and empowering and, good for me, that I had fun with, that were joy-filled relationships. I started reconnecting with them. Yes. Because for me, I had lost touch when I, moved and all that stuff happened, right? I lost touch. So now it's like I'm reconnecting back with them because they fed my soul, right? They made me feel good. Our communication was always uplifting. And those people who, maybe do not, I'm like just putting them at a little bit of a distance. and it might be for a short period of time. You know, it'll probably be just for a short period of time, not for a long time, but just for a short period of time until things shift and change. I can't change anybody, right? I can only focus on myself, right? So we cannot focus, you know, our energies on other people. We can only focus on ourselves, right? How can we change our current circumstances, right? And how can we start to change our situation right now? Okay, and so what that does for you is it puts you in the role of creator, right? And it also puts you in kind of like the in the driver's seat, right? And so when you're in the driver's seat, it gives you a little bit more, you know, feeling of you're in charge a little bit, right? And that there's something you can do about it, right? Instead of being the victim and like, no, I can't do anything. Yes, you can, right? So you focus on yourself. What is it, Neil? Come over here, right? And so that's just an example of, you know, what I'm talking about. So what is in your life right now that you can start to consciously create? And we're going to talk about co-creation with the universe when we do our process as well. But what can you now focus your concentration and your energies on to consciously create what you desire? This is about creation, right? This is about us creating our lives, us creating and manifesting what we desire. So for me, it's about joy and lightness instead of being so serious, right? And so that's why I have Neo. He always brings the lightness and joy. And it's like, nothing's that important, Mom. Right? So does that make sense so far? Does anybody have any questions about that? No, not right now. Neo has a question. But how many of you feel like that you can't create, that you can't manifest? Yes, Neo is consciously creating what he wants. You know, he wants attention. He wants to play. I have nothing for you to play with, Neo, here at my desk, right? And so when we do the, okay, hold on 1 second. My husband's taking him. Kids, I swear to God, kids. You know, you can't tell them what to do at all. You cannot. All right, so we're going to talk about we're going to do a manifestation process when we do the, when we bring in the channeled process. It's usually something that my team brings in, whatever the process happens to be. I never know exactly until we start. But I wanted to give you a taste of that today because, you know, we are starting the November series of the Higher Dimension Healing Intensive. It was going to start on Wednesday, but I looked at the calendar, it didn't work. So we're going to start next Monday. So we have a week. All right. So I wanted to give you a taste of what that's like. And knowing that is like every day, Monday to Friday, you know, not counting the weekend, for 21 days, right? So you have an idea of what kind of processes we do and what the energy is like. And yeah, so we'll do that a little bit later. But I also wanted to talk a little bit about, hold on. When feeling positive, I work on creating, but get down and all goes in. Yeah, so when we're creating, if we start to allow the fear and the doubt to come in, then we stop the flow, right? We stop the flow of creation, right? So part of manifesting is believing for sure, right? But also creating from a place of gratitude and knowing, right? And that is something that you cultivate, and faith, right? And that's something that we cultivate. And I was reading something just the other day, and it was like, every night we go to sleep, and with the hope that we're going to wake up the next morning, right? We have that hope that we're going to wake up in the morning. Every night we go to sleep with the hope and the faith that we're going to wake up, and we do, right? I'm a Gemini, so up and down. Yeah, I'm sure. But even that, even when you're up and down and it's cyclical, follow the energy of the cycle. Follow the energy of the up and down. And just don't make it be so dramatic or the gap so big, right? Talk yourself out of the down, okay? Talk yourself back into a higher state. You can do that. It might seem hard at first, absolutely, I get it. But if you persist, you can. So I've come to the conclusion now that when it comes to you talking to yourself, you loving yourself, you accepting yourself, you honoring yourself, nobody else can do that for you, right? Nobody else can do that. Only you can. And I know sometimes we do get stuck, and I was like that for a long time. But when I finally got out, it was like, wow, I didn't realize I could go that low. I guess I could have, but sometimes it's like, how low can I go? Yeah, pretty low, right? But we can, we don't have to go that low. Like, what is it? What are you wanting to experience, right? Brenda says, I was feeling stuck, not in a playful mind. I've been thinking about my future. I have realized I need to enjoy my days now and my experiences now. Yes, definitely. Be in the present. Be in the present, but plan for the future, right? But enjoy the present and plan for the future. Okay? Bianca says, I realize I have to embrace my bubbly nature and have more fun. Yes. And, I have to look at you. Hold on. There you go. Absolutely. When you are not being so serious, because you can be really serious, I know, and working on yourself and on your stuff, that can get tiring, right? And when you're doing all that, you're not really fully being present. Instead, you're worrying about the future. Yeah. Am I right or am I right?
Yes, that's true. Instead of worrying about, how to actualize what I want to do.
Yeah, we're not going to worry about how to actualize, but focus on.
Yes, because today we had a small celebration here. It's been 16 years with my husband. Almost
happy
17,
anniversary.
Thank you. And so we went to the restaurant, and I picked the fun drink, not the not the one I should have picked drink. So I took they had this thing, the three amigos, and it was three margaritas, different ones, and all colorful. It was like three slushies, and I was like, that's my nature. That's like, try them all. I don't want one dessert. I want them all.
Absolutely. Have them all. If you can, why not? Right?
Exactly. And that's like, I want to do a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of that. I just need to harmonize. And I'm like, I have to do this more often. I felt like I was having like a party of one.
And sometimes having a party of one is just fine. Right?
Yeah, no, that can be a lot of fun. And
exactly.
Today was like a reminder of like, hey, when have, you stop having parties of one. Like,
yes.
Celebrate yourself.
Exactly. Celebrate yourself, if not every day, as often as you can. And Bianca, you can wear those fun glasses more often, like Julia's saying. So
yeah, I have to go buy my own pair, I was told.
Oh, no. Okay, awesome. But the thing is, when you're laughing and joking and bubbly, like, you have just greater energy to create with.
Yes.
Than when you're serious and focused and like, I have to do this and I have to do that. That is a more contractive energy.
Yeah, and that's not really in line with my personality. I think I get more done when I'm bubbly.
Yes. Awesome.
Yeah, I have to recognize that.
Yeah. And acknowledge that, yeah, that is how you are. That is who you are. And so sometimes, there's a time and place for being focused, but that doesn't have to be all day, every day.
No, and I can do it in a fun way. Like, I can wear something fun, or I can write with a fun pen, or, like, I can do it in a fun way.
Yes,
I
absolutely.
don't have to do it in a serious way.
Yes, absolutely. Good. Awesome. And you'll find that when you start to create that way, it's going to be with more light and more lightness,
Yeah,
right?
and I'll be probably more in the flow.
You will definitely be more in the flow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. So it
Awesome.
was a fun day.
Good. Yay. Awesome.
But I didn't have any dessert because I was too full.
That's okay. You had enough good time, right? So you were
Yes,
full
I
of the
had fun.
joy. You were full of
Yes.
joy. So that's all right.
I had enough margaritas. Thanks.
Awesome. Thank you. All right. So and so creation and manifestation comes from being in joy, right? If you're serious, yeah, she had liquid dessert. Definitely. But so manifestation, so Kate Paulson, I'm sorry, I don't know what your first name is. I'm assuming it's Kimberly, but I could be wrong. So even when you're a Gemini and you're going up and down, you can still go up and down with lightness and joy. Just add more of the lightness and joy to it instead of the seriousness and the fear and lack and scarcity and negativity. Focus more on the joy and say, oh, I really like this. Acknowledge that, right? And you know, if you like, this is about you choosing what part of the Gemini traits you want to identify with, right? You don't have to identify with all of it. You get to choose, okay? So I'm sure for myself, I'm a Pisces. I'm sure there's some very negative traits. I don't identify with those. I am dreamy, but I think it's in a good way, right? I have escapism, but in a good way. I like to read books. That's where I escape. You know, I don't know what the other ones are right now off the top of my head, but I, you know, even the negative ones, so-called negative ones, I try and turn them around, you know, to suit my personality, to suit who I am. Okay, and you know, and the more that you can be in joy, the more that you can create. But the first thing comes down to, what do you want, right? What do you want? And a lot of that has to do with just going in your heart space, not your head, you know, and going in your heart space, expanding out, and we're going to do that later, and then asking yourself, okay, what do you really want? You know, in the grand scheme of things, you know, if you forget about everybody else around you, all the stereotypes, all the social conditioning, social norms, all of that, forget about all of that stuff. What do you want? Right? What would you like to experience? What would you like to have? What would you like to do? What would you like to be? Right? And be realistic. All right? So I am not one of those people who says I want to be a millionaire by the end of this year and it's June. That is not me. All right? I just find that totally useless to do stuff like that. So be realistic of what is possible, but stretch a little bit outside of your comfort zone so that you actually do something that makes you a little bit nervous and excited at the same time, right? And then start doing. So you have to do as well as be. I bought the lotto. Awesome. Good luck with that. You can't win if you don't play. I'm being a little funny with it, but you know, if you buy a lotto ticket and you win $10, you win $10. If you don't buy a lotto ticket, you don't win anything. So there's a chance you could win. You know, somebody's going to win, right? So you know, it's fine, it's fun, but as long as you look at it as a game and playing, right? Not as that's a last resort for what you're going to do to create your life. Okay, because that's all chance, and it's a numbers game, right? There's no energy of creation in that unless you're actually pulling energy, and it's like you're actually getting the numbers from somewhere. You know, then it's like, all right, cool. You know, use it to your advantage. But if not, it's just a game. Okay, a game of chance, a game of luck. I keep telling my husband to play the roulette because he has a system, and when he does play, he wins. You know, but he's not listening to me. So I told him, teach me how then, you know. Teach me how and I'll play, but give me the system because there's a system to it. Your birthday's in December, that would be your gift. Winning the lotto? You know, I'll send you another gift, a guaranteed gift. How's that? How about I send you a guaranteed gift? right? Because if you win the lotto, it's a chance. You might not. So that's not really a gift. So I'll send you a guaranteed gift, something you will actually receive, if you're willing to receive that, right? So I know I'm being a little bit funny and a little talking all sorts of places, but and part of that is I want you to get all those thoughts and beliefs and patterns of what is in your head about what manifestation is. Throw them all out the window, okay? And give yourself permission to create. Give yourself permission to receive. Give yourself permission to have your heart's desire. A lot of times we don't. And I'll let me give you an example, okay? Long ago, well, not long ago, but 5 years ago, 6 years ago, it's like, if I want, the thought of money came up, how much do I want to make? How much do I want to earn? Blah, 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 right? And it's like, well, if I earn too much, people are going to ask me for it. So I stopped. At that time, my son was always asking for money. So I was like, oh, my son's going to ask me for money. Or my aunt was going through hard times. Like, oh, she's going to ask me for money, and so on and so on. And so automatically I stopped it. I stopped my manifestation. I stopped my creation. I didn't allow myself permission to create, to receive, to have, right? Does that make sense? So where are you doing that in your life? Right? Where are you doing that? Just, I'm asking that question without any judgment, right? Just asking. And some of you may say, I'm not doing that. I know what I want. I'm asking for it. Awesome. Ask. And are you willing to do whatever it takes to have it? Are you willing to do whatever it takes to have it? So I was watching something today, an interview with, I don't know his name now, actually Jesse something, Etzler, something like that, I don't know. First time I watched this interview, and he was talking about, when people want something, they want it, they wish for it, but they don't do anything to get it, to have it, right? And a lot of times we don't know what the first step is. We don't know what the second step is. We don't know what the third step is. But when you really want something, the doors open up for you as you take that first step. As you declare to yourself and the universe, this is what I want, no matter what, I'm having this. As soon as you declare that and you take a step, it's like the doors start to open. And the doors that open, sometimes they're windows, okay? The doors and windows that open don't look like the way you think they're going to. You think it has to be in a certain way. It's not going to be in that way. It's going to be something totally different, okay? And so, for example, you guys are going to be like, for example, when I saw the Facebook post about Susan, my friend, that came out of the blue, to be honest. We'd been friends for 9 years or so, but I hardly ever saw her posts. I hardly ever saw her posts on Facebook. And it's like, and suddenly I see this post and it's like, oh, what's this? And then so it's like, that was a window that opened. And then it was up to me to say, do I want to know more about this? Do I want to take a step? Do I want to, right? And so I was like, all right, let me find out more information, right? So that was my step. And then the next step, and then the next step. And so that's how it happens. And then you realize, oh, this is really fun. I really like this, or whatever it happens to be. For me, it's like, I really like the products. I really like the company. I really like blah, 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 right? And so I was like, oh, this is interesting how this just showed up, fell into my lap as if by magic, right? And so for me, I see that as a possibility, as an opportunity, as something falling into my lap, Did I have to do some work? Yes. But I'm a workaholic, so it's like, I'm okay with work. Did I have to take some steps? Yes. I take steps. I'm a doer, right? I take steps. And at the same time, I'm continually looking at my life and saying, okay, what else do I want to do and be? What else would I like to have? What else would I like to experience? How else can I be of service? How else can I be of service to my community, to my family, to my friends? How else can I serve? How else can I live my life purpose of being and sharing love? How else? So that, I ask that every day, right? And so when you are, what are you asking for? And are you willing to receive it? And are you willing to give yourself permission? And are you willing to do whatever it takes? And with the whole Melaleuca thing, it's like, I was talking to somebody last week, and it's like, why not? It's like no risk. It's just, about the products. You don't have to do the business. It's just about the products. And for me, I was impressed. I am impressed with the products and the company. And so, there's a 90-day money back guarantee. So there's absolutely no risk. So why not? Why not try it? Why not see if this is the opportunity that you've been looking for, not for like wealth, but for even your health, for your lifestyle, for your family, for your pets. Why not take a look at it? Right? And so when you are willing to look at all the opportunities and possibilities that are coming into your life, and and saying, oh, is this for me? What is this all about? Let me check, let me find out, let me get some more information, let me ask questions, and then see, right? Don't just automatically shut the door on something because you don't know, or because you think it's something and it's not, right? So that's the thing, is like, a lot of times we shut the door on, I keep saying opportunities and possibilities, but that's not the word I'm looking for. It's a different word I'm looking for, which is not coming to me. But sometimes we shut the door on experiences, not realizing that maybe they were blessings, the blessings that you've been asking for. Maybe that was the prayer that, you've been asking for to be answered. Maybe that was the answer to your prayer, right? And a lot of times we won't know that until after we've taken the step, after we've said yes, after we've made a commitment of some sort, after we've opened our hearts, right? After we've said, okay, let me think about it. Okay, let me try it, right? We don't realize it until after. And so a lot of times we're wanting to get all the answers beforehand, know all the steps beforehand. It doesn't work that way. All right, so I wanted to just quickly share, a little bit about that, see if anybody had any more questions about the Melaleuca business or the products or stuff like that. It is still $1 to join if you want to join. And I had mentioned last week on the call with Susan that anybody who joined by November 15th, I think I said, they would automatically be entered or have access to the November Higher Dimension Healing Intensive, which is still up for grabs if you want that. But I also today I just created something new. It's like I just created the Sisterhood of the Radiant Rose last week, right? Late last week, and now today it's like I was like in creation mode again. So I created, how we've been doing the Chitra Prayer Circle since August, right? We just finished number 14, I think, yesterday. And so what I created was a VIP prayer service, so an individual personal prayer service. So there's 15 days, 30 days, or 90 days. And 15 days is $33. So I pay for you, specifically for you, twice a day. So whatever your prayer is, and your family and your pets, twice a day. And that's 15 days, twice a day for $33, or for 30 days, twice a day for $60, or 90 days, so twice a day, for $150. And for the 90-day program, there's a payment plan available, right? And so, so if you would like to have that instead when you join Melaleuca with me, then just let me know. All right, so I wanted to share that. I will send an email out. So we're still doing the weekly Chitra Prayer Circle. That's not stopping. Okay, so it's still free. But if you wanted VIP prayer service for yourself and your family and your pets, and for something specific, then you now have that option as well. Okay, and so you can find out more by going to alara.at/prayer, the same place you would go to sign up for the prayer circle. But down at the bottom, there's all those choices for you as well. So I'm excited about that because I don't know. It's just like fun. And so, so what am I creating out of? I'm creating out of fun, right? Because I already enjoy the prayer circle, right? I enjoy doing the live online group prayer circles every Sunday. I enjoy reading everybody's prayers and praying for everybody in a group every day. But I wanted to do something even more because that is so much fun for me. So it's like, oh, what else, So I decided to introduce or bring that forward. And so I will put the links in the email when I send out the replay for anybody who's interested. Let me know. And so all you have to do is basically just send me the name of who's ever in your family and the pets, and then your specific prayer that you would like for either the 15 days, 30 days, or 90 days. Okay. So yay, I'm excited about that. And of course, the Higher Dimension Healing Intensive for November is going to start on Monday. So next Monday, we're going to start. And that's Monday to Friday. Monday to Friday for 21 days. So just like, yeah, it's fun. It's a lot of energy, lots of different processes. They're all channeled. Sometimes there's a few that are we've done before, but majority of them are all channeled. And so we're going to do one now on manifestation. All right. So because of the high vibe energy that we're in right now with this 1111 portal, and Mercury is going to be going out of retrograde soon. Thank God. It's not been well. It's not been good for a lot of us. So I'm so glad about that. And just, moving into the 2020 energies more and more, right? And so even today, I had ordered a book last week, right? And I got it today. And I did, it didn't click for me when it said it was arriving today, and today was the 1111 portal. It didn't click, right? Until I got the book and I started reading it and I started to experience the energies, more strongly, it's like, wow. It's like, all right. And it's 1111. It's like, oh, awesome. Right. So lots of energies, lots of shifts, lots moving, but you still, even, irrespective of that fact, you are still in control, right? You still have control over your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions. If you're getting down, do something about it. So I have like sprays that I use to, change the energy in my aura, right? I have essential oils. I have meditations. Going for a walk with Neil always does wonders. Sometimes just watching something funny will shift the energy. Listening to high vibration music will shift the energy. So there's so many different things that you can do to change your energy and to shift your thoughts, right? Get into a daily habit or a ritual of intending how you would like your day to be, and then sticking to it. And then when those negative thoughts come in, say, hey, no, this is not part of what I intended. So no, I'm going back and focusing to, what I was intending for today. Yes, listen to a webinar. So many choices, so many opportunities. Talk to a friend. But when I say talk to a friend, I don't mean talk to a friend and rehash the same story over and over again. No, focus when you're in a not a good space, or in a negative space, you can't create, you can't manifest, okay, when you're in that space. And so call a friend, find out how they're doing, ask them, how are you? Focus on them. That will take your focus away from your negative thoughts, feelings, and emotions as soon as you focus on them, okay? So this is not about you calling them up and saying, oh my God, I'm having such a bad day. Oh my God, blah, blah, blah. No, this is about you focusing on them with the intention of you being of service to them, knowing that as you do that, your energy will shift. Okay, does that make sense? So this does not mean that we're invalidating how, what you're going through or what you're feeling or anything like that. Not at all. We get it. We totally get it. And you can take that time for that as well, to acknowledge what is going on, looking at it, and then shift out of it. Okay? Don't stay in it. That's the thing. You don't stay in it. Okay? All right. Anybody have any questions? So I was going to talk about one thing and I forgot. Oh my goodness, but I can talk about it now. So I was going to talk just really quickly about some, and I mentioned this in my video, but I'm going to mention some of it again. So when it comes to Melaleuca, it's not an MLM, all right? They do consumer direct marketing. It's a 34-year-old company from the US, okay? It's not from somewhere else. It's in US. It's a manufacturing company with an online store, okay? Online shopping club. And you know, the quality of the product, they're amazing. The prices are like Walmart. They have Amazon type shipping, you know, and Whole Foods quality with the product. I'm really impressed with the products and with shipping and just everything and the way it works. I love it. And then there are lots of different benefits. But the company itself is a Fortune 500 company, and the directors of the corporate management are all Fortune 500 company managers, right? So they're not MLM people at all. And so they're growing, you know, and they're innovative, which is what I like. They're innovative. They're on the pulse. You know, they're with it. You know, they're not doing things the old-fashioned way. They're with the times, right? With technology. And so it's, you know, it is for people like me who who are very you know, I have to say I'm hip, I guess. This is the right word. I'm cool. It's the right word, right? Because I'm on the internet, you know, I do social media, I do online shopping. I mean, you know, you should see the boxes from Amazon. We have a lot of Amazon Prime, you know, stuff, right? So I'm definitely one of those online shoppers, and I love it. It makes it so convenient. But there's lots and lots of other benefits. And so for me, what I like about it is that it's a green company, non-toxic. They're thinking about the environment. They're thinking about the earth. They're thinking about us as families, right? And so much more, so much more. So it is a really great opportunity and possibility for you if you would like to look at it some more and talk to me about it. So it's, you know, I'm here to answer your questions. I mean, I would love to just talk to you one-on-one. You know, I mean, yes, I've sent you all to a webinar and things like that. That is not my, I don't like to do that. I'd rather talk to you, you know, because I miss being able to talk to people one-on-one. As you know, I work from home, so I don't, you know, see a lot of people, right? Except for you guys in these webinars. So I enjoy talking to people one-on-one. So if, you know, if you would like to do that, you know, just let me know, okay? And so part of that is my, part of what I want to manifest, right? And part of what I want to manifest is how can I help even more people in my community? How can I be of service to even more people in my community, right? And for me, this was a no-brainer. It was a win-win-win. It's like, oh, this is helpful for the whole family. It's not woo-woo at all. You know, it's there's something there for everybody. You know, kids, husbands, wives, pets, everybody. And it can help with your health, and it can help with your wealth if you would like that. You know, and it can be $500 a month or more. You know, it just depends on what you want, what you're interested in. And so that's an option for those of you who have been saying you would like abundance, you would like financial freedom, you know, you would, you know, like to make some more money, that kind of thing. Well, here is an option. For those of you who would like to have better health, well, here is an option, you know, so let me know. Okay, so yeah, part of that is my manifestation of wanting to serve greater, and not just greater, but more one-on-one, you know. So I like talking to people one-on-one as well as doing these group calls, but one-on-one as well. I just feel more connected, you know. So that's what it's about for me, the connection as well. All right, everyone. So we're going to do a process. I don't know who's going to come in yet today, but it's going to be a few different beings of light. So we're going to see. Anybody have any questions before we start, so that, you know, as we're shifting the energy into the guided process? and then we will start. And so normally when I do these processes, you know, some of you who are in the prayer circle, it's going to seem a little bit similar, but not quite. Those of you who were in the Sisterhood of the Radiant Rose call, it's going to seem a little bit similar because the beginning and ending is always the same, and in the middle is the magic. It's the process that's different. Okay. All right. So we're going to work with your higher self. Whew, we're going to work with Lakshmi today. I want to say all the Indian gods and goddesses are coming in, but that's not true because the dragons are also coming in. All right, let's get started. Okay, everyone, just take a deep breath, be in your heart space. Oh, actually, Merlin's coming in. It's like, okay, cool. And so I'm feeling like the beings of light are going to be moving in and out as we do the process. So they're all going to be contributing, but they're going to be moving in and out as we move forward. Yeah, Merlin comes in a lot when we talk about magic and manifestation, but I don't think it's going to be a process that we've done before. It's going to be different. All right, so be in your heart space. Breathe in through your nose to count to 4. Breathe out to count to 4. Again, breathe in. And breathe out. One more time. Breathe in. And out. Good. Now just be in your heart space and call forth unconditional love and light to yourself. So as we're doing this, the dragons are already coming forward, just flying around you all, starting to clear the density in your field, in your space, and density around the planet as well at the same time. So just call forth unconditional love and light to yourself, and see, feel, hear, know, perceive, and receive it. Allow yourself to be filled up with this light and love. Now call back all energy you've left behind or given away in all time, spaces, dimensions, and realities through every aspect of you. Again, see, feel, hear, know, perceive, and receive it. Allow yourself to be filled up with your own energy that's coming back to you. Good. Now let go and release all energy that is not yours, that you've been holding on to, that you bought as yours, that's no longer serving you. It served its purpose, but it's no longer serving you anymore. So let it go, release it. Let it go back to source to be redistributed. Good. Take a deep breath. And push down any walls or barriers that may be up around you and inside you. Good. Now let's connect into the heart chakra of Mother Earth. Imagine there are golden roots coming out of the bottom of your feet, going deep into the ground. Open up your feet chakras, open up your knee chakras, open up your root chakra. Allow those golden roots to go deeper and deeper, deeper into the heart chakra of Mother Earth, into the crystalline core of Gaia. And as you connect in, as you tap in, take a deep breath, take a moment and offer your unconditional love, blessings, gratitude, compassion, and forgiveness. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And now be open to receiving the energies, frequencies, and vibrations from Mother Earth and her team of unconditional love, blessings, gratitude, compassion, forgiveness, support, strength, and vitality, healing and wisdom, nurturing and nourishment, resources, abundance, and prosperity, and whatever else you require today. And see, feel, hear, know, perceive all those energies, frequencies, and vibrations coming up through those golden roots and filling up your body and being, energy field and aura, going deep into your cells, tissues, molecules, particles, and DNA. And continue to receive for the rest of the day. Now let's connect into Father Sun, the great central sun. Imagine you're standing with your hands reaching up to the sky, and your hands like golden branches of a tree reaching higher and higher. Higher and higher still. Open up your hand chakras. Open up your crown chakra. Open up your throat chakra and your heart chakra. Allow those golden branches to extend upwards, up, up, up. Up, 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 and into the heart chakra of the great central sun. As you connect in, as you tap in, take a deep breath. Offer your unconditional love, blessings, gratitude, compassion, forgiveness to Father Sun, to the great central sun, to Spirit, Creator, Source, God, Universe, to your higher self, I am presence, to your support team. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You're going to take a deep breath and be open to receiving the energies, frequencies, and vibrations of unconditional love, blessings, gratitude, grace, compassion, forgiveness, peace, bliss, and oneness, joy and happiness, connection and support, knowing and wisdom, healing and well-being, acceptance, allowance, receiving, faith and trust, clarity and ease, abundance and prosperity, and whatever else you require. And allow yourself to receive for the rest of the day. Take a deep breath. Come back to your heart space. Expand out. Expand out to be as big as the room that you're in, the city, state or province, the country, the continent, big as this planet and beyond. So today we're working with quite a few beings of light. So the dragons have already been working with us. Merlin is going to work with us in a bit. At the same time, Shiva's coming in first. He wants to come in first just to clear those fears, doubts, beliefs around not being able to manifest, not being able to create, not knowing what you want, and any negative imprinting from other times and places and situations that are no longer serving you. Right, so he's coming in with his lightning blue pulsing energy. So allow whatever is, as I'm saying these words, talking about these fears, doubts, insecurities, about manifestation, about creating, about having your desires fulfilled, about knowing what you want. As all of that energy is coming up, all those images, all those thoughts, all those patterns are coming up, allow them to come up. At the same time, let them go. So this blue pulsing light is coming in to zap and clear all of those. And it's not really zapping and clearing, but it's transmuting them into light. So continue to breathe. And allow yourself to let go. Allow yourself the freedom to let go and the freedom to be, the freedom to choose better for yourself or different for yourself. Good. And so as Shiva's blue pulsing light is coming in and just transmuting those energies, those beliefs, those patterns, those traits, even transmuting them into light, you're going to notice that you might notice your energy field becoming lighter. You might feel a coolness, a little bit of coolness, tingling. Good. Take a deep breath. And as you tap in now to your energy field and aura, tap into your heart space. Feel the lightness. Feel this sense of more energy, but it's like a pause, right? It's about this energy is now available for you to create with, right? So Merlin's coming in front of you right now. And so normally when we see Merlin, he comes in, he's usually holding a lantern and a staff. And with the staff, he's just gently touching your third eye and your heart space. And what he's doing with that is like he's creating a line of light or connection between your third eye and your heart. And so you might actually feel some tingling in your third eye. You might feel your heart chakra open up a little bit more. And so now bring to your mind, bring to your awareness one thing that you would like to create, one thing that you would like to manifest, one thing that you would like to bring to fruition, have come to fruition. One desire. What is your heart's desire? Right? So today we're going to say, come to your heart space first and ask, what is my heart's desire? What do I truly would like to experience? And what you might perceive, and this is what I'm perceiving right now, is like there's this ball of light in your heart space, or right in front of your heart space, right? And then as you are bringing that desire to your heart space, bring it to your awareness, it's like this image, this feeling, this sense, it's now going to travel up through that light to the third eye, and that as it gets to the third eye, it's going to create the image on your it's going to create a image on the screen of your third eye. Okay, that's what I'm seeing it. And then as it's creating the image in your third eye, it's projecting it out in front of you so you can see it. Okay, so we're not finished. All right, so as you're looking out at the image in front of you that you're projecting out, just take a look at it. So it's in front of you, and when I'm saying it's in front of you, it's like it's coming down in front of you between your third eye and between your heart chakra. Okay, so it's in front of you there. And so from that space here, I'd like you to send from your heart space just unconditional love and blessings and light to it, to that image. And from your mind, from your third eye, I want you to send the energy of what it feels like, what you are doing, what you're seeing, what you're being, with all of your senses. Create that image in your mind, and the words that go with it, the energy that go with it. But from your heart, we're just sending unconditional love, blessings, and light. Okay, so there's a constant stream of energies going to that image that's projected in front of you from your heart and from your third eye. Okay, take a moment. So it's not just like a static image, it's like a movie moving, right? You're seeing yourself experiencing this thing that you would like to experience. And you're experiencing it with joy, hopefully, and with all of your senses. Okay, be in that movie. But from your heart, you're just sending unconditional love and light and blessings. It's a constant flow. Good. So Merlin is still here. So just take one more last look. Experience it for one more second there. And so now Merlin takes his staff and he taps that image that's in front of you, projected in front of you. He taps it, and as he does, it's like it explodes in an explosion of light. Light, rainbows, confetti, you name it, fireworks, right? It explodes, right? So you're not attached to it. You're not, it's gone out into the ether, it's gone out into the universe, right? Take a deep breath. Come back to your heart space. And this is something you can create every day for a few minutes. Every day, just have, do the same creation. So just now come back to your heart space. And just receive some higher dimensional healing energies, frequencies, and vibrations from me and my team to support you in doing this every day, in doing this however many times you would like, not with the feeling of grasping or lack or scarcity, but with the knowledge and the knowing and the being and the experiencing the joy, experiencing the energy of that experience now in this moment. Okay. Just receive unconditional love and blessings, healing and wisdom, abundance and prosperity, whatever else you require. And dragons are still here, and they're coming in, just adding their energies of magic and manifestation as well. So just receive that. Good. Some of you might feel really hot now. It's okay. So above your aura now, a golden diamond infinity symbol starts to spin and spiral all the way from top to bottom, back to front, left to right. As it does, hundreds of other infinity symbols, golden liquid light, diamonds, rainbows, and God sparks spin out of it, going deep into your energy field and aura, body and being, going deep into your cells, tissues, molecules, particles, and DNA. Okay, just breathe. Now that golden diamond infinity symbol comes and rests in your heart chakra. And as it comes and rests in your heart chakra, it kind of creates like a click. And above your crown, a brilliant golden white and blue diamond starts to spin, light blue. I don't know the color actually. Starts to spin. As it does, it comes down through your crown, all the way down to your heart space, heart chakra, spinning and radiating these brilliant frequencies and lights from source, filling up your entire energy field and aura, body and being, going deep into your cells, tissues, molecules, particles, and DNA. And from this space, I invite you to offer your unconditional love, blessings, gratitude, compassion, forgiveness to your family, friends, loved ones, colleagues, and coworkers, to everybody in the call, listening now, watching now, listening later, watching later, everybody in the group, to yourself, to me, to your support team, to Shiva, to Merlin, to the dragons, this beautiful planet, all of humanity, all the pets and animals, anybody else, anything else, any place else that requires it. Please offer your unconditional love, blessings, gratitude, compassion, and forgiveness now. And receive. Take a deep breath. Okay, bring your energy, attention, focus all the way down to the heart chakra of Mother Earth. Breathe in deeply. Come back up to your heart space. Be in your body, be in your space, be in your seat, be in your room. Start to wiggle your toes and fingers. Open your eyes when you're ready. All right, how's everybody doing? Just slowly open your eyes. Julia says, intense heat from start to finish, especially in my spine. Yes, I was thinking about you when I was saying you might be getting hot. Anybody else? How are you guys doing? I almost turned the fan on. Yeah, my fan is sitting here. Bianca, how are you doing? You're awake, so.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was another powerful one. That was amazing. Took me a little while to get into the energy, but when I did, it just expanded out, and it's pretty beautiful. And it got me thinking about a bunch of things and ideas of reminding me
Mm-hmm.
of what I want to do, and the energy to them, and how I can show up in that energy. So it's a theme of
Awesome.
the day.
So this is, so if you can, write down some of those ideas,
Yes.
It doesn't mean you have to do them all right now, but write them down so you don't forget.
Yes. Yeah, because they're pretty awesome actually. From clothing to fun stuff to ideas of creating. Yeah.
Awesome. Good. Yeah. And you can do this process, again, as many times as you want, right? Not
Yeah.
from a place
And
of lack and scarcity and that, I have to do it. If I don't do it, it's not going to happen. Not from that space, but from a creative, joyful space, right? Of having fun with it.
yeah, and at the beginning of the meditation, I thought, I'll just pick something small that I want to actualize, and then all these ideas start flowing of things I want. Actually, I want this, and I want that, and I want this, and I want that. It's pretty cool.
And, you want it and you can have it,
Yes.
right?
Yeah,
So
I just have to choose it and go and get it. It's
exactly.
not a big
Choose
deal.
it and then start taking action, take one step at a time,
Yeah.
and then go from there. And be open to the nudges you get, be open to the awarenesses you get, be open to like what's showing up, like what is showing up, right?
Yeah, and what are my next steps? Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. Good.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you. Sandra says, thank you, tears rolling, so beautiful. Good. Awesome. So, even when we have tears, it's a release, right? And a lot of times it's an acknowledgement of the space that we were just in, and an acknowledgement of us as the creator beings and the beings of light that we are, right? Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome, Kimberly. Yes, tears of joy. Awesome. SJ says it ended with Ganesh and Lakshmi. Oh, good. Yeah, I realized after I had finished that, didn't mention some of the beings of light because I was thinking Ganesh and Lakshmi at the beginning, right? But I didn't actually say it out loud, right? But they were there since the beginning. So I'm glad you mentioned it, SJ. Thank you. Yeah. It's so funny, right? Because it's like they were in my awareness and I was going to say their name, then I didn't. And then, and you still got it. So I'm glad. All right. So yeah, so like I said, you can do this process again and as many times as you want. All right. Randy, how are you doing? I'm hot now. Julia, my goodness. See, I have my fan still. Oh my God. Lots of heat. Oh, look at that. Look, I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's gone now. But it was like creating this wave of light for a second. And now it's gone. Oh. Anyway, it was a wave of light. I don't know where it went. Okay. I do know how much you love this fan. Yep. Oh, the peacock. I love peacocks. You have no idea. Yes, exactly. So awesome. All right. Whew. Like so much heat down the back as well. I think Joy, you were mentioning lots of heat down the spine. Yeah. Like I wish I could, put a fan on my back. Yeah, good. You saw it. Good, because I couldn't do it again. It's like it was there for a split second, then it was gone. But yeah, thank you. I'm glad you saw it, Kimberly, because it's like, am I crazy? No. Yeah, streams of light, absolutely. I don't know from where or how or what, so couldn't recreate it. All right, so tonight, I know it's still early for you guys, but it's 12:12 for me right now. But tonight, when you go to sleep, ask your higher self and ask your team to work with you to create and manifest even in your sleep. Okay? You can do that. All right? Tell your higher self what it is you want, and say, do this process again in my sleep or a different one, whatever, but all right? So that was fun. I love doing these processes, and that's why I love doing the higher dimension healing intensive, because there's always so many fun processes that come forward, and usually they're based on what the participants are calling in about. Like they have a question about something or something's coming up. The process is usually based on that. So today it was more like I had said it was going to be a manifestation, but even that, it was still channeled. I didn't know what it was going to be. Okay, so awesome. Thank you, everyone. I will send out the replay email. Like I said, the Higher Dimension Healing Intensive starts next Monday. So if you are planning to or wanting to join me in the Melaleuca business as a customer, let me know, and you will get the Higher Dimension Healing Intensive as a gift from me, or you can do the VIP prayers, whether it's 15 days, 30 days, or 90 days, right? So you can choose one of those as well if you'd rather do that. Okay, so just let me know. I'll put all of that information in the email when I send out the replay. So be gentle with yourself even today, because we did do, there's a lot of clearing, from Shiva, from the dragons. So, and it was a healing process as well. So be gentle, drink lots of water, walk around a little bit, get some fresh air if you need to. I'm going to take Neo for a WALK, so that will help me as well. He's at my feet again. All right, so thank you, everyone. And until next time, may you continue to be blessed with an abundance of joy, peace, love, happiness, prosperity, and radiant health. Sending you all much love and blessings always. Bye for now.